All right, we're going to be talking about Crystal Springs today. Crystal Springs is a no-step community from active older adult community from front porch to patio. We have Don Peeler with us here today, who is the brains and the behind all the technology and everything that goes into constructing that senior living community. And Hayden Soloway, obviously. Hey, we've got a special guest here today. We've got Don Peeler, who is the brains developer, the push behind Crystal Springs Estates, which is a follow-up. We started talking about falls last week with John Yurchak, or week before last with John Yurchak. Chica Snow was last week, which was a very special week. So John Yurchak, we started talking about falls, how to avoid them, how a fall can often or sometimes end up with a senior with a broken hip or a knock on the head that can really put you in a bedridden situation and a deteriorating health situation, which you want to avoid, or even nursing homes sometimes, or worse for some individuals. We want to avoid that. For seniors, you want to stay active as long as possible. And John, we started talking about, Hayden, just the different ways that you can avoid those falls, how you, even the technology behind, widening doorways, putting in the color of your transitional carpet to hardwoods, or one room from the other, right? And even that little lip that goes across the doorway that can trip you up, pun intended, right? Literally can trip you up and can contribute to falls. So that was logically, I had done some work with Don in the past and talked to Don in the past, and you can go to mcelderlaw.com and check out an entire walkthrough that we've done with one of the units at Crystal Springs from beginning to end, and shows all that technology. We wanted to bring Don on the show today so that we could talk about that technology a little further, about how to build, or how one goes about thinking about building an active older adult community house from the ground up, and how that might look for a senior, so we could broadcast that out. Hayden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Well, good. First, welcome to the show, Don.
You're very glad to be here. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you for being here. And Hayden?
Yes.
What do you have planned this week?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
What
You
are you
better
ready
set a timer. Hayden's Corner.
You ready for Hayden's Corner?
Happy place.
Your happy place?
Yes. Some good news.
Let's go to Hayden's Happy Place.
Yes.
We might change the name from Hayden's Corner to Hayden's Happy Place.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, I have finally met your match. You wore cowboy boots. I've got on flip-flops. It's going to be 80 degrees today, and I've got lots of places to go.
So it's the flip-flop show.
It's the flip-flop.
We're flip-flopping around here. You can't see it, but Hayden's got her feet kicked up on the table, hanging out. Do you want me to string a hammock up for you, Hayden?
No,
Let's do that. Hey, Milton, do you have your hammock here?
No, I'm sorry. My grandson was using it today.
Oh, he is? Okay, all right.
They have their own little...
So, Hayden, what do you have for us here today?
Well, two things I just heard about this morning. Very, very, very important things. In the UK, they've discovered a treatment for breast cancer that makes the tumors disappear in 11 days.
Oh, wow.
11 days. Now, who knows how long it'll take to get that, through our FDA. But there's
that's
hope.
going to work. There's more hope for breast cancer.
Breast cancer is the number one cancer that women have.
Right.
So, and I personally know several people who have experienced that, and
last
one
month
is going
was,
through it now with her daughter. So.
Last week was International Women's Day.
That's right.
Right? So that's appropriate.
And one other thing along the helpline, they have developed a vaccine that prevents nicotine molecules from reaching the brain, which is going to reduce, I assume, just from what I'm gathering, motivation to smoke, because you're not getting the reward from it, because the nicotine's not getting to the receptors that make you get in your happy smoking place.
Right.
So that's excellent.
Well, not mine, but...
No, not you.
Right.
You're not
but anyone else.
But yeah, you collectively.
Okay.
So that's great, and of course that'll cut down on disease too. So that's really good news along there. I do want to remind everybody that we are having a primary and early voting is going on today and tomorrow. The hours today are 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 1, and you can either vote at Bethel Baptist Church in Shelby, or the other one is Mount Zion Baptist Church in Kings Mountain. And Tuesday is election day, primary election day, and the voting there I think is from 6:30. Let me look at my notes. 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, and that will be at your regular precincts. And if you don't know where your precinct is, because some of them have changed, you can go to the clevelandcounty.com website, and you can go to the Board of Elections, and on the left-hand column of their home place, there's a question there, where do I vote? You can click on that, add in your address, and it'll tell you exactly where that is. So everybody go vote. I won't tell you who to vote for, but
Is
go vote.
voting important, Hank?
Greg,
What?
that was my passion before I met you.
You were just all over politics.
Well,
Like that's not still your
I,
passion.
it is.
It
It
is
really
a- it
is.
is
It
also
really
a
is. But I
passion,
have
yeah.
just developed such a desire to help seniors, not
Right.
only with what you do with the radio show and the
Sure.
seminars we do. So that's become a passion too,
part of our
especially since
lives.
I'm 68 years old and a senior.
Well,
So-
I mean, you know, you're young. You're a 28-year-old, 68-year-old. How about that? Yeah.
You're saying I'm immature.
No, I would never say that.
And I want to.
Young at heart.
I want to say thank you to a couple of people. We've done several seminars in Lincoln County and have several others planned at the senior center there. And I want to say thank you to Becky and Darlene. They have been so kind, and they do everything for us. That's just a great place to go, great group of people. Every single person there is happy every time I walk in. Just love it. And we're doing a seminar on the 17th. I think that's Thursday, and the subject's going to be Alzheimer's and dementia, how to plan for the unthinkable. And I have a feeling you'll have some information from Tifa Snow's interview to maybe share with us some of the information you got from
Where are
her.
we doing that
We're
one?
doing it at the Lincoln County Senior Center.
Lincoln County Senior Center. Man, they have been good to us too, haven't they?
Yeah.
And you know what? We need to bring some kind of sound equipment so that we can air that interview.
Okay.
Keep us know.
All right.
That interview is, I'm happier with that interview than anything I've done in a long time. She is just such an internationally renowned expert on Alzheimer's and dementia.
Well, if you'll give me one more minute, you want to talk a little bit about who Tifa Snow is and how hard she was to score an interview with?
You tell me, how hard was she?
Very hard. At first they were saying no. I think you actually charmed them by calling directly.
Right.
But I called and talked to her several times, and no, she's not
She's
available.
so busy.
Well, you had to talk to her, I think, from the car, didn't you?
I did.
And but she's world renowned, just like Susie Kennedy. I mean, she's an authority,
Right.
probably as much or more so. And so we were very, very fortunate to be able to get that interview with her
Where can people hear that interview? Ed?
on your website.
On the blog. I'm sorry, they can read about it on the blog. They can. We were on the radio with it last week.
Mhm.
They can go to Elder Law TV, which is on our website, or the Elder Law Radio. It's on the website to hear it, and just search through. Or search Tifa Snow. There's a little search box right there on the website.
And she's very honest and speaks very forthrightly about it. She doesn't try to soften it. She doesn't try to mislead people into thinking that there are things that can help it. You know,
Right.
it's just something
She
you have to
tells
deal
you
with.
straight.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
How
it's
it works.
great. And then the following week, we're going to the Lincoln County Home Extension Service. Melinda Hauser and the group there. We're going to go visit them. We're going to be at the Dover Y, do a Medicaid crisis planning seminar there. And if you have anybody in a situation where they are entering long-term care or have just entered it, you need to go there. And I'm sure that they will, whether you're a Y member or not, I'm sure they'll make exception for you.
Let's
because
make sure we
it's something you
repeat
need to
that
do.
one. That's Medicaid crisis planning.
Medicaid crisis planning, March the 23rd at the Dover YMCA. You can ask for Debbie
What
Pfeiffer.
time?
I think it's at 12, but I'm
It's
not
at
positive.
noon.
'Cause I don't-
Yeah, maybe show up at 11:30, eat some lunch with us.
Sure, yes, we'll
Yeah.
have, and we do need to know you're coming if you want to have a
So
subject
how
with
can
us.
people just find out more about these events and register for these events?
Well, we have them posted on social media, and we'll try to kind of announce them in advance on the radio show. We'll try to
Okay.
stay 2 or
Can
3
people
weeks
call
in
our
advance.
office to find
Of
out?
course, oh
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
704-259-7040, that's in Shelby.
Okay, and you know what? If you'll give me that list, We'll type that up, put it on the website too. Okay?
Well, I've got it that I sent out last week to
Good.
your social media.
We'll send it out to
Right.
all our e-newsletter people, and we'll put it on the website.
Okay,
Okay?
very good, very good.
All right.
And I want to tell you also, the last time I was in Lincoln, I had to go get the banner, which I left there. And while I was there, I went on my lunch hour, and the last few minutes of my lunch hour, I stopped in a place called Art on Main. And it just caught my attention, and what it is a place where people with developmental disabilities come, and they create art. It might be printed art, it might be some type of ceramic, all types of art. And I bought a pendant, which I wish you could see. It's on a little silver chain, and it has a little piece of a newspaper behind it, and it talks about women getting the vote.
Okay.
And I want to go back up there because they had one on the 10th Amendment, and politically, that's where I am. So, and I think that's about everything.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been Hayden's Happy
That's
Place.
my
Thank you,
place.
Hayden, for
Thank you.
the update. And I really appreciate everything you do, Hayden. And you know what? The radio show and helping seniors has become a part of my life. I mean, it's taken over my life. But I really enjoy it. And with that, we have Don Keeler here from Crystal Springs to talk about Crystal Springs Estate, an active seniors townhome community in Shelby, North Carolina. Now, Don, what can you tell me about Crystal Springs this morning?
Good gracious, Greg.
Where do we start?
We don't have enough time. I guess the first question is, where is Crystal Springs?
Where is Crystal Springs? I know it's in Shelby, North Carolina, and I know that it's strategically located across from the just catty corner across from the senior center, the Neal Senior Center in Shelby, North Carolina. Now, okay, I'm going to give my juvenile novice explanation, and then you can build on that, okay? Because you're the expert. To start with, it's amazing the services and resources for seniors that are available in Western North Carolina, in Shelby, and Cleveland County. And this is part of that. The Senior Center, number one, is a beacon and a model for other senior centers and how to run, how to build it, how to operate it. Then you have Crystal Springs, catty corner across the road. You have a couple of apartment complexes there or communities for seniors as well there. But Crystal Springs is a little different, and it's about half built out, I think. How many units are over there right now? 22, 23?
32.
You've got 32 now?
32. We only have 22 left.
22 left.
54 lot development.
Right. And it is just a real gem. I really encourage you to go on our website, mcelderlaw.com. That's MC like Mike Charlie, elderlaw.com or McIntyre. Go on there, look at do you remember that walkthrough that we did, Don?
Very well.
I remember that you were not happy with me when we started. If you'll go
At the Time Warner Cable office into the Neal Senior Center, you'll find the Nates located across the front lawn, literally, of the senior center and behind what we all know is Healthy at Home facility.
right.
But Libby invited me to become involved in the senior center board and the entire movement of seniors, basically 9-10 years ago. One thing led to another. On the master plan for the senior center was a multifamily housing element to complement not only the senior center but the income sensitive apartments that were planned for the senior center as well. And she asked me if I would be interested in helping to develop the multifamily portion of the master plan, which having built 14 developments in Cleveland County at the time, I'm just a young man, quite a bit younger than you, Greg.
No way.
Decided yes, this might help to be my lot in life to help the seniors with a multifamily product, which turned out to be Crystal Springs, 54 lots. They are all a no-step townhome or patio home unit. We've built 4 patio homes so far. We're only going to build one more freestanding patio home, and then we'll have 22 townhomes left to build. All extra wide doors, no steps, extra wide garages, high ceilings, vaulted ceilings, high efficiency heat pump systems so the power bills don't kill people with power bills, these kinds of things, plenty of light inside them. But what we've done is literally custom built the first 32 that we have built, and we're looking forward to custom building the remaining 22 townhomes and the one patio home that we're getting ready to start.
Do you have a model? Did you say you have a model open?
Not any longer, it was sold.
Really?
We had a buyer that just had to have it, so we sold the model, and we've been playing catch up ever since then on building custom units and spec units for these folks.
So is the model the one that we walked through
No,
some months ago?
Uh,
That was another one?
that
That
was
one's been
another
sold too?
That one's been sold also.
Those things must be going pretty quickly.
We've had a lot
Lately.
of interest. It's one of Cleveland County's best kept secrets, we feel, that continually, every day, people ask me, where is Crystal Springs? People just seem to not understand exactly that it's across the front lawn of the Neal Senior Center.
I know when I'm sitting down with clients, okay, because I know about the senior center, and the other opportunities in the county, and Crystal Springs is the most step community. I sit down with clients from time to time that are looking to downsize,
Exactly.
right? We're
Yes.
looking at, okay, we we want to get out of this large 2-story house where we raised our kids, and we're not interested in climbing stairs anymore. So we're looking to downsize.
Exactly.
And I always mention Crystal Springs. In fact, I have a flat screen television in my conference room. I'll pop up that video that we did of the walkthrough, and I'll show it to clients to show them what's possible.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I hope that I'm somewhat responsible for some of that.
You
I'm taking credit for some of that.
Definitely
Okay.
are.
I mean, but you deserve really all the credit for having the vision to do something like that. Maybe when it wasn't so popular.
I don't know whether it's a love of labor or a labor of love or which, but we're tickled. The families that are in there with us now all get along. Everybody seems to really enjoy the lifestyle that it affords them to not have to deal with maintenance, period. No grass to mow, no hedges to trim. We have a homeowner association that takes care of all of that. By the way, it's $90 a month is what the
The
homeowner
association
association fee is. We collect it annually at $1,080 a year, but $90 a month is what it continues to be, and that's what it was when we started.
And you own that unit, correct?
That's correct. They are not rentals, they are fee simple deed ownership.
So somebody like myself, as an elder law attorney, could come in even and protect that property for the family and make sure that it wasn't passed on. But
Correct.
then therein lies an issue though. What if you want the kid, getting the property and moving in there because you want to keep it an active older adult community? So I know you've given that some thought.
Yes.
What's your solution for that?
Well, the family, if the original owner passes away, the family can lease the unit, but it has to be leased to an occupant of 55 years of age and up.
So you have to be 55 plus to live there,
Have to
no
be
matter who's
55.
the owner.
Correct. And what it's done, it's maintained a very quiet, secure community. There's a place for skateboards and boom boxes, but
But not at Crystal Springs.
we don't have any of that at Crystal Springs.
Correct.
It's very quiet, very safe and secure.
Let's talk about the community aspect of it, because I mean we can go back to the technology and the no step part, which is really helping keep you active longer, living longer, and enjoying having a high quality of life at an older age.
Good point.
But the community aspect, I mean, there's got to be a ton of, from a psychological standpoint, feeling good, having friends,
Yes.
getting up in the morning with purpose. Tell me about that.
Exactly. Well, we have a paved sidewalk around our 1.5 acre pond at Crystal Springs with a lighted fountain. It's pretty neat in the evenings. A lot of our owners like to get out and congregate amongst themselves in the evenings when the weather is nice and walk around that pond. When the last unit is built, our sidewalk will make a complete loop through the development. So exercise is crucial. We have picnic tables and benches around the pond that our owners and their guests love to hang out at
Sure.
around the pond and the fountain. I had a figure here. We have 2.9 acres of green space in common areas, including the 1.5 acre pond. So we've got a lot of green space, which is the way it was planned in the beginning, Greg. This is what's called a City of Shelby Planned Unit Development.
A PUD.
A
We
PUD.
learned about them in law
PUD.
school. A PUD.
Exactly, it's a PUD. Walt Share at the City of Shelby was very helpful in helping us plan Crystal Springs as a planned unit development. So as far as security and exercise, on any given day when the weather's decent, you'll see our owners and their guests out walking around, congregating between the units amongst one of themselves, and just visiting and having a good time. In the evenings, in the fall, they try to outdo one another with their garages. They have a lot of outdoor furniture and carpeting and rugs in their garages. We try to outdo one another to see who can do their garage up.
Do they have little, maybe, are there some garage parties going on over there in the
Quite a
evening?
few, quite
Yeah.
a few in the evenings, yes, yes.
Cool. So, Don, just to pause for a second, how do people contact you if they want to take a look at Crystal Springs?
It's real simple.
Yeah, how do they do that?
Real simple. The phone number is 704-349-0461. We have a project manager. We also have an office inside the Neal Senior Center that you can visit 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We have an on-site project manager by the name of Mr. Charles Tarleton that you can visit with. We have many different floor plans to choose from, but that's the way to contact us is through that 704-349-0461 phone number, and that'll hook you up with either me or Charles Tarleton. Be glad to meet with them anytime.
And just ask for Don or Charles when you call. Call that number, ask for Don or Charles, and they'll schedule a meeting for you, or just come on by and check it out, and hang out in the garage one evening.
There you go. There you go.
Or the senior center. That's the real advantage. I mean, how many neighborhoods out there for seniors, active older adult communities, have something like the Neal Senior Center right in the front lawn or across the road?
Not many, and that's
No.
what we tell folks, Greg. The senior center, a lot of people don't realize it is a 32,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. We're feeding on any given week 200 to 500 folks.
It's a good meal over there. I go over there and eat from time to time.
$5.50, one meat, two vegetables, a drink, and dessert. Cannot be beat anywhere in Cleveland County.
Yeah, or around. And you know, also, I mean, you go in there, you can get on the internet if you want to, and you know,
Yes.
there's classes,
Classes.
aerobics classes, physical,
Cards.
cards, play bridge.
I think
Have your bridge club?
Some of the guys I
Over
think
there?
used to play poker. I don't know if they do
Yes.
anymore now.
Yeah.
Zumba.
I gotta get on
library.
that.
Yeah, all right.
I gotta get on some poker games over there.
Zumba library, got a very well-stocked library there at the senior center. Reading rooms, exercise rooms, arts, crafts, activities. There's something going on all the time at the Neal Senior Center. And of course, Crystal Springs, we're right across the front lawn of the Neal Senior
If
Center.
you walk out the door and walk straight, you'll get there.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct, Casey.
So, and you don't. Some people don't walk; they just have their golf carts over
We
there.
are golf cart friendly. Thank you for mentioning that. We are golf cart friendly. Chief Jeff Ledford at the City of Shelby Police Department has endorsed us.
Right.
They're in and out of the development several times a day. He has no problems with the golf carts as long as we don't get in the highway with them.
Do I have to have a certain type of golf cart, or can I compete on that too?
You can compete on that.
Can I have a little tiki dancer or something on mine that shakes around?
We might
And
even
some
have-
grass, like some grass
Exactly.
hanging down from the ceiling, you know?
We might even have a July the 4th parade for you.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do the American flag or something.
That's about what Stephanie's thinking about.
So, all right. I'm in awe of the community itself, of the vision. I think it's the wave of the future. We talked about even with John Yurchek, which we're going to have on again. He's going to do a part 2. Next week? Oh, awesome. So this is just a whole theme in March, really, of senior living and how that works. Did you know, Don, we talked about it's called aging in place. There are designs that are coming out for houses now where you can buy that 2-story house. Just something for the future, maybe to put in your pipe and smoke it, okay? Just to think about for the future, right? Not
Aging in place,
yeah.
absolutely.
So you even closets, right? They'll have closets one on top of the other, first and second floor, which could double as an elevator shaft that you can put in your house if needed as you age.
Absolutely.
So just thinking about as you build, tell me about that. When we say no step, there's literally no even lip in the floors, correct?
Completely level. Completely level from the time you get out of your vehicle to you enter your unit, bedroom, kitchen, bathrooms, no steps whatsoever.
So no lip to trip over, nothing.
That's right.
If, for instance, you needed a wheelchair for a little while because maybe you had, an injury or just weren't feeling well.
Great point. Great point.
All right.
We have roll-in showers in many of our units. Roll-in showers, you can roll right in with or without assistance.
And the doorways are automatically, they start out big enough for a wheelchair.
36 inches.
Correct?
Every doorway in Crystal Springs is at least 3 feet wide.
So you can continue to live in your same home, age in place,
Exactly.
and see your friends and have them visit you and you visit them, even if you're under the weather for a little while.
Exactly.
So that's a great, that's just a great facility. It's a great community that you have over there with Crystal Springs in combination with the Neal Senior Center in Shelby. Don, would you give out your phone number just one last time?
Certainly, Greg.
Okay.
It's 704-349-0461.
And thank you very much for being on, Don, and talking about Crystal Springs Estates. I hate Charles Tarleton didn't make it today. I love Charles, but
He's with a customer this
is he?
morning.
Oh, he had
would've
more
been
important business to do this
here.
morning.
He would have been here.
Speaking of the Neal Senior Center, right now we're selling raffle tickets. I know this because I'm on the board, and so is Don. We're selling raffle tickets. How much are those raffle tickets, Don?
Well, today I'm gonna let you tell the public.
$100 a piece. Okay, they're $100 a piece, and you can win up to $20,000 in exchange. Okay, I have 10 that I need to sell. If you need a raffle ticket that's going to support the Neal Senior Center in Shelby, North Carolina, and all the great work that it does for the seniors, then give me a call. 704-259-7040 is our office number, or I'm going to give you a cell phone number, 704-751-8031. Call me. I'll get a raffle ticket over to wherever you are ASAP, okay? Because I need to move more raffle tickets than Bill Shannon.
At the Access meeting the other day, some of the girls were talking about in various offices, people will contribute to buy a ticket.
Yes.
$25 a piece or $10 a piece.
That's true. You can go in with someone else.
And the Access members, we all pulled our money and bought 2 of them while we were sitting there.
You have a 1 in 400 chance of winning, not a 1 in 50 billion.
Right.
1 in 400.
And
Okay.
everything is going to go to the senior center. Is that going to go for their food program or?
Oh yes,
support
food
them?
program. It goes to support even,
The homebound meals.
homebound, pay the mortgage. Just all the everything.
All the services they
all the
offer.
services they offer. That's correct. And hang out, by the way. Go. On our website, you can see the after party that we're going to do. We'll talk for a few minutes and finish up after the show's over because we're getting ready to wrap it up. It's that time again. It just goes too quick. We need to do an hour.
Oh, now that's going to be a challenge.
Hey, you need your own show.
No, I don't.
Hayden's
I
Happy
don't
Place.
show. No. Milton, do we do 10-minute shows?
Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, Dawn.
That's my
Thank you,
pleasure.
Greg and Hayden. Appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely.
Well, it's nice seeing you again. His mother was my neighbor, and I
Okay.
enjoyed talking to him a little bit about her.
This has been Greg McIntyre, the elder law guy, with McIntyre Elder Law, helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. This has been the Elder Law Report, and thank you, Milton, for hosting us today.
Hello, Will.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very smooth, Don.
Pardon?
Very smooth.
Oh, he knows. You know anything about Crystal Springs? He knows exactly what he's doing. And Don and I have talked a ton about this in the past and done the whole walkthrough. I'm not kidding. I've gone through that video with clients multiple times,
Thank you.
just because they have an interest. And I mean, for me, it's about just helping the client get, achieve their desired results.
You know what our number one problem is?
What is it?
Keeping the cost down.
Yeah.
Construction costs have gotten so high, it's ridiculous. It's
Right.
ridiculous. But, I mean, 2x4s are 2x4s and brick's brick, but the cost just keeps going up. And we're trying to keep the cost down for these units.
I noticed that.
That's our
It's
largest.
gone up to, so the price range right now, I guess we were at about 120, and it's 129.9.
160s.
160s right now? 160s.
That's where they're hitting.
Yeah. But I mean, if you've got,
Seniors can get loans now. I don't think they discriminate on age anymore, so at
They
least
can't.
there's that.
Charles got an 83-year-old man alone
uh,
2 years ago. 83 years old. So that can't discriminate. But that's our largest problem is keeping these prices down from the GC. I'm not the GC, you understand? I bid it all out, but it's constantly a PD problem.
yeah,
Keeping
I
these
got it.
prices.
I got it.
Thank you for having me. I'm not gonna shake your hands. I'm getting off over this cold. and
Okay,
flu.
okay.
And y'all don't want it, but I greatly appreciate you having me. I really do.
Hey man,
Thanks for coming.
thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
I think we're broadcasting in about 16 counties, so
Is that right?
that's right. We've been doing this for about a year now. We've got a ton of following.
If it gets one customer that tells one and tells one.
That's all it takes.
that's all.
Yeah, well,
A couple
I
of
mean,
friends move in next door to each other or things
That's
like
it.
that.
That's it.
That's what we have for.
thank you, Don.
I'd shake your hands, but,
That's it. We'll just do a air shake.
no flu.
You're not on the board anymore, are you?
Thank you. I am, I just hadn't been there.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I was just thinking, that's why I know you kicked the ball back to me when we were talking about that raffle ticket. I do need to sell this raffle
There
ticket.
was
or
a
else I'm
reason
gonna
for
buy
me doing
myself.
that. I need you to have it come back.
Thanks, man.
Thank y'all.
All right, see you, Don.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I've got
Hey, thank you, by the way. You want to sign off for us today?
I'm not clever enough to think of something on the spot. I
No?
have to either prepare or it just has to flow.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
Go ahead, you do it.
Thank you.
are
We'll
good.
see you next week.
This has been Greg McIntyre and Hayden Soloway and Don Peeler, our guest today. And this has been the Elder Law Report. Tune in next week and just having fun, living the dream, right, Hayden? Living the dream.
Yeah.
And
You
we'll,
and your cowboy boots and me and my flip
who are we? Oh, let's see the flip flops. Flip flops.
Yeah, I'm still doing pedicure. That was a home job. So.
Okay, so what are we? Who's our guest next week?
I'm hoping John Yurchek.
John
I'm waiting
Yurchek?
to follow with part 2, and I'm waiting on.
Okay, John Yurchek, part 2.
On Workman to get back to
Falls.
me on that. I called her this
All right,
morning.
and probably Anya's going to line up some others, isn't she? Yeah.
And yeah, some really interesting ones. Don't.
We're going to do some CPAP stuff. Sleep apnea.
Oh yeah.
Are we
That's one of
doing
her
something like that
subjects,
coming
yeah.
up?
And technology, the virtual visits. That's something that she's discussed.
Telemedicine. Although it's gone beyond telemedicine, it's like
Pretty serious stuff.
video conference medicine, kind of, where the doctor is and everybody can check on you at any time. Anyway, lots of stuff coming at you. Tune in to the Elder Law Report. Thanks.
Yeah, my happy place.
Huh?
And my happy place.
You did a great job. Don't you think she did a great job? You did a great job with
Guys,
your
I'm
happy
left
place
over for
today,
next week.
by the
Come
way.
back and see
Okay?
it. Yeah.
You don't have to get it all out in one
Especially
episode.
you sports grandmothers and grandfathers.